Hi, I'm Paul Colomier, PhD student at the University of Barcelona. And okay, so for centuries, science has worked by reducing the object of study to its more elemental parts. So for example, when we study the solid state of matter, we just focus on how each atom interacts with the rest. And we expect that the whole system behaves as the addition of these local interactions. But there are systems, but the connectivity patterns are not so regular. And also there are systems when the elements are maybe not simple as atoms and can be maybe people. or thieves in this case, okay? So this kind of systems, we need to study in a new perspective. So in complex science, we just forget about the particularities of each element. And we just focus on an abstract structure. And we study using mathematics and computational methods the topology of this structure and how it affects the behavior of the whole system. And from this new point of view, there are a lot of tools that have been developed that have many applications in a wide range of areas. So the most popular now are in social networks, when there are models that describe pretty well the spreading of infection diseases or social behaviors are obesity or smoking or adoption of new products. And from this, we can design better vaccination strategies or maybe marketing strategies. Or even a company can forecast how will be the impact of a new product as a function of the initial investment. There are also a lot of applications in technology networks, like, for example, internet, as we can see here in the slide. So internet, it means of the physical internet network, so routers connected by physical wires. And these networks, then we need to route information through it. We need algorithms that find the best path or the shortest path between any source node and any destination. And this sometimes is not easy. For example, internet is really dynamic. It's changing all the time because it's growing really fast and it has a lot of routers that are crashing continuously. So we need new algorithms or otherwise there are concerns that maybe internet will not be sustainable in the next 10 years. And actually, it's one of the things that my group has been working the last years. We also been working on what is called percolation theory that has a lot of applications in the robustness of these networks. So we determine which fraction of nodes and vertices we can just remove of the network without losing connectivity between the different parts of the network. And with these tools, we can design more robust power grids and avoid blackouts, for example, or we can also do more efficient public transport networks in our cities. So there are also a lot of applications in biological networks. So it's people constructing neural networks and study how the topology affects the synchronization among the neurons. That actually is one of the main cause of the epileptic attacks. And there's also a lot of people working constructing networks of proteins of a cell. So they connect the proteins if they're interacting with each other. And then they can apply some methods to some algorithm to find missing interactions. So maybe the original data was wrong, and you find new interactions between the proteins. So finally, I want to just give you the message that networks are everywhere, and they give a new perspective of reality. And I want to show you one of the pictures that it seems like a cell, but it's actually the structure of a social network that we made in our group. And thank you very much.